Sinner Sipit Series is sponsored by Saka Family, by Yelad Avram Foreman for Shlema Adasa Racha Bazchana Golda. We are up to Modim Derabanan, the Modim that we respond when the Chazan and Chazaras Hashat says his Modim. We don't rely on, we don't outsource our gratitude, we express our own gratitude in our own way, because the person who truly feels grateful doesn't rely on someone else to communicate it. The person who's truly grateful says it themselves directly. And so we offer our own Modim while the Chazan says his. Each of us is a Shliach Tzibur in that sense. So we've been making our way through these words, and we say brachos v'hodaos. We recognize that all the blessings in our life, in the plural, from when we wake up, all that we take for granted, all that we're gifted, all that we're blessed with, v'hodaos, all the gratitude we have is l'shimcha agado v'akadosh, is directed to your great and holy name, God. We don't know you, we know you through your name, and our mission is to sanctify your name. Nekadesha shimcha ba'olam. We all said already twice today in Kedusha that we are prepared to fulfill our mission and our mandate, which is to sanctify your name, God. That's why I'm here. That's my mission. That's my purpose. That's what my life is about. To redeem this world, repair this world. It's not what I can take. It's what I can give. It's not what are my rights and entitlements. It's what are my duties and obligations. How can I represent your brand? How can I represent your name? How can I advance your name and elevate your name in this world? And therefore our gratitude is l'shimcha hagadol v'hakadosh, to your great and your holy name. And what am I so grateful for? Al shechi yisanu v'kiyamtanu. Shechi yisanu means, Hashem, you gave me chayim, chiyas. You gave me life. We wouldn't exist. We wouldn't be here if not for Hashem giving us life. He is the source of our existence. He's the source of our birth. He's the source of our life. And the truth is, if a person stops for one moment and contemplates how much had to go right for you to be here, I don't just mean every healthy baby is a miracle, which they are. I've told the story before about my friend's father, actually Rabbi Dr. Gil Pearl's father, who runs the NICU at a hospital in Teaneck, who was once giving a tour to several prominent doctors who took care of pediatric emergency patients. And he showed them in the NICU, this baby is only this many weeks old. This baby was born with the organs on the outside. This baby challenged with this. The doctors commented, wow, what a miracle. It's a miracle. You can keep these babies alive. He said, oh, you want to really see the miracle babies? He said, yeah, show us the miracle babies. He said, good, come with me. And he took them from the NICU into the nursery, the healthy babies, the babies who were born with nothing wrong. And he said, these are the miracle babies. The fact that we're here, we exist, we're born, if we have our faculties, if everything's working, if we're gifted and granted a healthy life, it's a miracle. But even more so when you think about, if you look back on your own family history, what had to go right for your mother and father to meet each other? In our generation, what had to go right for your grandparents to survive wherever they were? What had to go right? Trace your history back, look at your own parents and grandparents, and think about how many variables there were and what had to go right just for you to exist. So Hashem, we're grateful to you, Al Shechi Yisanu, just that we exist, just that we're here, just that we have what we have. And so we turn to you and say, V'kiyamtanu. Not only did you give us life, then you sustained life. You sustained life. HaKadosh Baruch Hu could have said, I'm giving you life, I'm making you, I'm depositing you in this world, good luck to you, figure it out. But more than just create us and drop us off, He doesn't just deposit us in this world and say, figure it out. He helps sustain us. He helps sustain us. Emotionally, spiritually, and physically. He helps sustain us even as we navigate this place called life. This is the same language we use in the bracha of She'achiyanu. When we eat a new fruit or wear new clothing or buy a new car or observe a yontif we haven't in a year, we make a bracha, She'achiyanu v'kiyamanu. We acknowledge God, She'achiyanu, you gave us chiyas, you gave us life, v'kimanu, and you sustain us. You help us continue to live. So we acknowledge it's what happened in the past, it's what happened that got us to now. So not only do we say in the past tense, Al She'achiyanu v'kiyamtanu, Kain techayenu v'sakaymenu. So please continue to do it. Please continue to give us life and continue to sustain our lives. And all of a sudden we pivot and we say, you gave us life, you sustain life, please continue to give us life and sustain life, and gather us, all the exiles, to Chatzros Kodshecha. What's Chatzros Kodshecha? The courtyard of your holy place. Where is that? Yerushalayim. All of Yerushalayim, in this context, is like the courtyard of your Beis HaMikdash. Yerushalayim, the extended city of Yerushalayim, is like the extended courtyard of your holy Beis HaMikdash, of your holy temple. Why do we acknowledge God? You gave us life and you sustain it. Gather all the exiles and bring us to your holy city. What does one have to do with the other? It's like a non sequitur. It's not connected. What does one thing have to do with the other? So I was thinking, it occurred to me, maybe now we're describing what does it mean for you to sustain our life. Thank you for giving me life. Please sustain my life. And how do you sustain my life? By bringing us all together. We need redemption. We need to be unified. We need to be united. We need to be connected to our holy city and our holy land. So Hashem, not only Kein techayenu usekaimenu, continue to give me life. Usekaimenu doesn't just mean, figure out the stock market, figure out my net worth, figure out my income, let me continue to be healthy, figure out my hips and my knees and my ankles. Doesn't just mean help tekaimenu sustain me. Part of our kiyum as Klal Yisrael is gather our exiles to your holy Yerushalayim. We are incomplete and we can't be sustained. We're not happy and we don't have our future if we're not together. To be united and to be together and to gather us together and let us feel united. What will we do with that? Why is that the very fulfillment of Sekaimenu to sustain us? What will we do with that? If indeed we're blessed to be united, to have an ingathering of the exiles, to be interconnected, to return to our home Yerushalayim, what will we do with it? That's what we continue with, and we'll pick up next time. We want it, lishmor chukecha, lasos ritzonecha, la'avdacha b'lev shalom, and so on and so forth. Then we tell Hashem, we negotiate. If you do that for us, here's what we'll do with it that will make it worthwhile. We'll pick up with next